All right. Hey guys, welcome on, welcome on. Well, why are we here this morning? Why are we here this morning? We're here this morning to talk about how can help educate you and still make money in the process. It's a question that everybody always asks. All right, it's the $1 million question, but for those that don't know who I am, my name is Keon Corniff. Some people call me Mr. Finance. You know, I'm 32 years old, father of 5 beautiful kids. I'm super excited. I'm a family man. And, it's all about greatness with me. I used to work a couple jobs in the past to take care of my family and was able to get rid of all those jobs, learning about finance and understanding how money works. All right? And the thing that I want to share with you guys is, it's a question that people always ask, and they're very curious about it. How can you provide free financial education? How you provide free financial education? How you provide free coaching? How you provide free workshops? How do you make money? How is that possible? What's the catch? There's no catch. And that's why today I'm going to make it easy for you to understand, right? Why our company, and why is my business model set up this way? The reason why my business model is set up this way is because it shouldn't charge you anything. You, the people, shouldn't pay for this. And our company decided that I think that's fair. So when you think about it, right, how you help people here, think about what we do, right? I want to tell you all the stuff we do. We educate you first, right? And the problem is that in the industry, they sell you first, and then they educate you. But we educate you first. Why? It's important for you to be in a position of power, right? So we empower you. We empower you first. You know why we never have to sell you guys? You know why we never have to sell you? It's because we're not captive. I'm not a captive person. I'm not a captive agent, broker, or whatever you want to call them. I'm not captive. I don't work for any particular company. I don't work for Transamerica. I don't work for Pacific Life. I don't work for Nationwide. I don't work for Gerber. I don't work for BlackRock. I represent them all, right? I represent all these companies. So because I represent all these companies, I know I got good service. I know I could service you no matter what, right? I could always service you. So that's not the problem. Providing the service is not the problem. The problem is that, are you educated, right? That's the problem. So that's what we focus on, the problem. So what we do is that we educate you first. We give you a 30 to 90 day goal, a 30 to 90 day goal. And that goal consists of you putting together your financial foundation. That's the goal. The goal is to help you create a strong financial foundation. The goal is to help you put together your strong financial foundation. So that way you're in a position of winning. So we teach you. We teach you how to do it. We show you how to build wealth using a very simple formula. We teach you. And once we teach you, and once you learn what is required to be in that strong financial foundation, you know what you need. I don't have to sit here and try to sell you something you don't need. I don't have to sell you nothing. I just educate you. You tell me how I can help you. That's what our campaign is about. Educate the person. Give them the power to make a educational decision, right? So we empower you with the knowledge. We empower you with the education. We empower you with the workshops. We empower you with the one-on-one coaching. So that way you could tell us how can we service you, because we represent over 70 plus financial companies. So we could shop around with you. We could shop around for you or with you and show you, hey, who's the best company? Here's the pros and cons of these companies. Because there's not one company in this planet that's going to go and say, I'm proud to be the #2 company in the industry. Everybody's number one. Everyone is number one. So how do you know who's good, who's bad, who's not? How? That's where we come in. We have access to all those companies. So we educate you on the pros and cons of each company as well. And we show you who's the top 5. So it helps you to make a decision, an educational decision. No more emotional ones. You see, for years we've been making emotional decisions. It's time we shift. It's time we shift and make a logical decision that can impact us emotionally for the positive. See, when we make emotional decisions, later on when we learn the logics of it, it hurt us in a negative way. We don't want that anymore. So that's why we want to teach you. That's why we want to teach you. We want to teach you how to make, educational decisions. So the good thing is that when you decide that, hey, I'll give you an example. When it comes to premature death, right? What we do is that we educate you. And then we do what's called a personal financial strategy review. We look at your entire financial foundation, right? We look at it and say, okay, what's your goals for retirement? When do you want to retire and how much you want coming in on a monthly basis when you retire? We help you to figure out what's your FIN number. After that, we help you also figure out your budget. So we look at your net pay and your monthly expenses. We also look at your assets. What assets do you own? And do you have a will, a trust, a power of attorney, and a health directive? We look at your liabilities. What debts do you have? Let's figure out a way how to manage your debt, right? So these are things that we do. We help you figure out how much can you save towards retirement, how much can you save towards emergency fund, and how much can you spend? What is your monthly budget? We help you to figure that out as well, right? These are all the things that we do. We help you to figure out all of these things, right? So that way you're in a position to continue winning. So at the end of the day, guys, how do we get paid for doing all of this for free? Let me break it down for you some more. The way we get paid doing this is simple. All we do is pretty much anytime we help you get with a company, and whichever company that takes your application or your contract, they pay us. So that way we don't put the cost on you. You see, most people can't afford $500, $800, $600 to sit down with a financial professional. You can't. So we don't put that cost on you guys. We put it on the companies. So what we do is that we provide a lot more service up front. So that way you could then get the benefits later on. That's the purpose. That's how the campaign works. So we educate you first. We empower you. So that way you can tell us how we can service you, right? Some people may say, man, aren't you afraid that you lose business this way? I don't sweat. I only sweat in the gym. I don't sweat losing business because I never lose. How can I lose if my intention was to educate you? See, people lose when their intention is to sell you because they have an agenda. Our company's motto is educate. That's why we don't tell people that, hey, don't do this if you want to do it to make money. Do it because you want to empower people, right? Now, I'm not saying making money is a bad thing. What I'm saying is that our movement is a little different. It's about empowering the person first, and they could tell you how you can continue to empower them, right? That's why you can start off here part-time. Educate people, but more importantly, educate yourself. Because at the end of the day, what's the use of putting an oxygen tank over someone else's face when you didn't do it for yourself first, right? So come here and learn. Learn how to create your financial foundation, right? I read this quote where they said, before you earn, you got to learn. And once you learn, you take the L off, and that's when you start to earn. So give yourself an opportunity to learn. Learn first and make that your priority to learn. Because if you just want to solely earn in life, let me tell you something. There's 4 things you got to master when it comes to your money. 4 things. You got to master how to make it. You got to master how to save it. You got to master how to grow it. And you got to master how to protect it. More than 95% of Americans do not know how to protect their money. And that's why, especially when they die, A lot of people don't know the importance of having a will or a trust. They don't even know the importance of having a power of attorney or a health directive. And when things happen to them, it's too late. The biggest tax your family will pay if you don't have your estate planning done is called estate tax. And you know the bad thing about it? You won't hear them disclose or talk about it. So because of that, you become a victim. You even become a victim even worse when you're dead. So that's why you got to put yourself in a position where you're not a victim. All right? It's time we stop playing offense or just defense. You got to play both. You got to put the ball up the court, and you got to know how to stop the ball from coming down the court. All right? So I hope this explained a lot more for you guys. I know you guys have been asking that question for quite some time. And for all the other partners, you know, I hope this helped you guys as well. You could like and share the video and tell people that, hey, the worst case scenario, think about it. They don't charge you anything to learn. So the worst case scenario, you learn. I tell people, come and learn. The day you see someone ask you for money, stop coming. Because that day will never come. You're going to go to the workshops, it's going to be free. You're going to get the coaching, it's going to be free. The financial review, it's going to be free. Right? And you're going to be in a position where even when you ask us to look into things for you, it's going to be free. Debt consolidation, free. Right? Is it hard to believe that someone could give you all this away for free? Of course it is. Because they always say nothing is free in America. And if this is free, there's a catch. Well, I've been here since 2012. I'm Jamaican and I'm the most skeptical person you could ever meet. My mom's skeptical. My mom told me that this was a scam. But when I decided that I got my license, I'm regulated by the state, licensed in over 10 different states. Guys, I don't know if there's a scam that is the licensed one. So I regulate, I pay taxes. And look into it. Look into it so you can empower yourself. All right? So, guys, remember to put God first in everything you do. And He can never drive you the wrong way. All right? You can always be good. I'm going to tell you, there's good people out here. And I thank God my cousin called me in 2012 and said, come check them out. And at that time, I was a single dad. I get in full custody of my son. And here I am trying to raise a 1.5-year-old child and still trying to make things work out. So if it wasn't for this campaign, to be honest, I don't even know where life would be today. Because it was hard then. Now that's not hard today, but at least I know how to navigate through the confusion. And that's what makes it better, right? Having the understanding. It's one thing to have knowledge, but do you have understanding of what you know? I understand how to navigate through this whole maze that they create to confuse us. And that's all they're trying to teach you guys. That's what the campaign is all about. Educating 30 million families by the year 2030 is the focus. And I thank God that I'm one of them. So you could be one too. All right? So I'm a living testimony of it, guys. No college background, no financial background. And you could put me up against your best financial advisor, and I was smoking. I'm telling you, I was smoking. You know, Roger, I would make him look like he's a child's play in my classroom. All right, bring your best financial advisor and say, hey, let's have a conversation. And you'd be surprised how enlightened I am. All right, that's why my clients love me. All right, so guys, don't let school stop your educating yourself. Self-education is the best education, because at least there's no limit to what you can learn. All right? So remember, you're one decision away from changing the future for the better. So always remember, the choice is always yours. All right? Have a blessed Wednesday. Stay positive. Stay awesome. God bless you all. See you guys at the top.